is, are there descendants of Jesus and Mary Magdalene alive today? Well, there are people who claim to be part of this bloodline, and I'm off to meet one of them now.
The Montgomery family say that they can actually trace their lineage back to the god kings of Mesopotamia 1,000 years before Christ. Professor Hugh Montgomery has spent most of his life looking for hard documentary evidence of this bloodline and agreed to meet me in a London hotel to show me some of it.
This is a copy, or photograph actually, of these Syriac Gospels, which are actually in a college in Cambridge, which are well known. They are the oldest known versions of the Syriac Gospel. Syriac is a version, if you like, of Aramaic. It's the Edessan and Nabatean version of Aramaic, which was the language which Jesus and his brothers would actually have spoken. So what we have is a 16th century translation. The important bit is the last bit. Josephus expari genuit Jesu. Joseph, from Mary, produced Jesus. Et echos fratris, and his brothers, Judas et Jacobus, Judas and Jacob. Et Jesu genuit ex uxore Marie de Bethany, and Jesus produced from his wife Mary of Bethany. Now we have a problem, but because there's a bit missing and we can't read it, but we know that it says Saulus Filia, so we know he produced a daughter.
This is the first time I've seen any evidence of children.
Oh, absolutely.
So this is reinforcing the fact that he was married.
Yeah, and that he had children.
And he had children.
Right.
Hugh also showed me a piece of papyrus that is believed to date from the 4th century AD. Scholars have called it the Gospel of Jesus' wife, because within the Coptic text are the words, Jesus said to them, my wife. The academic world is split over its authenticity, and the Vatican has declared it a fake. But could this be the strongest written proof yet of a marriage?
Jesus had a normal family. He had a father, a mother, a stepmother, brothers and sisters. And all human beings, particularly if you're Jews, and particularly if you're a member of the upper class, had to marry. Now Jesus actually says that he was, he taught in the temple. Under the Quranic law, you had to be married and have fathered a child to be able to talk in the temple. Otherwise you couldn't do so.
So an unmarried rabbi would have been unheard of?
Absolutely unheard of, yeah.
Well, I think the real victim of the cover-up of Jesus Christ and Mary Magdalene is not just the suppression of the sacred feminine, but it's the notion that one has to win out over the other. The sacred masculine is what's important. No, the sacred feminine is important. What we had with Jesus and Mary was an era, a moment in time when both coexisted. The sacred masculine and feminine need and belong to each other. One not more important than the other.
The $6 million question is whether there is any hard evidence to actually prove this theory. To some extent, all roads seem to lead back to the little village of Rennes-le-Château, and whatever it was that the priest, Berenger Saunier, discovered at the end of the 19th century. Unlock that mystery, and you might just find some real evidence about the bloodline.